What's up, the Comic Coalition here for another video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian Episode 2. Now, if you haven't watched the episode, you might want to come back to this video because I'm definitely going to be dropping spoilers. But I think we should just go ahead and hop right in. Whew. It's just somewhat overwhelming because, I don't know, this is just the most that I've enjoyed Star Wars in a long time. And I keep saying that, and I was hoping that Episode 2 would deliver, and it did. I think I might even like it better than Episode 1. There's a lot of debate going on about the episodes being too short, but if that's your story to tell, because every episode has a different director, and if that's your story to tell, then tell the story how you see fit. If it takes an hour, then take an hour. If it takes 30 minutes, and you feel that you've moved the story along for your episode and did what you need to do, and the episode only turns out to be 30, 35 minutes, I'm okay with that. As long as the story is progressing, I don't feel cheated. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't give us enough in this episode. But I don't want there to be pacing issues to where I feel like they're just stretching out stuff that doesn't need to be stretched out. And so far, I definitely haven't gotten that from the series. So I'm okay with the lengths. Of course, who doesn't want more Star Wars? Who doesn't want the episodes to be longer? But I can live without it if it means the show is going to be better. And I think Episode 2 was awesome. You're definitely getting a feel for the Mandalorian and who he is. He's not just this, hardcore badass that can just destroy everything, and just wrecks everything. Yes, he goes ham. Yes, he goes in. Yes, he kicks some ass, but he's not, untouchable. You know what I mean? He can get knocked down. And I believe that a lot of this episode was about him getting knocked down. When it comes to the sand crawler, or to the rhino type creature, a lot of this episode is about him getting knocked down. And let's just go ahead and go to the rhino creature scene. Let's address the rhino creature in the room. The Baby Yoda. Yes, I know it's not Yoda. I know. I'm not an idiot. I'm not a super Star Wars expert. Like, I'm not sure if I can compete on, like, the movie trivia Schmodown, like the Star Wars, league. But I know my Star Wars. I do not know what the race of creature, the name of the race of creature that Yoda is. I do not know. So this baby is going to be called Baby Yoda until further notice. And I'm pretty sure half the world is already on board with that. Man, as soon as I saw Baby Yoda in Episode 1, hold on. This is another point about the duration of the episode. Episode 1 had to end where it ended. If Episode 1 had carried on past right when he saw the baby, you know what I mean, and opens it up and you see the Baby Yoda, then it would have been a lackluster ending. So I'm loving how it was set up. But anyway, as soon as I saw the baby, I'm like, does this baby have Jedi powers? Does this baby have Jedi powers? And it does. It is Force sensitive. It is a Force sensitive 50-year-old Yoda toddler, and I'm all for it. It is cute as hell. Forget Porgs, forget Ewoks, Baby Yoda, cutest thing ever. I mean, I don't have kids, but if I did, I would choose Baby Yoda over my own children. Okay, it's adorable. I need the Funko Pop of Baby Yoda now, like yesterday. Anyway, it's Force sensitive. It lifts up the rhino, and I'm just sitting there like, yes! There's more Jedi in the universe. There's more Force sensitive people in the universe. And I just believe that opens up so many doors going forward. Now, of course, people are already speculating that this Baby Yoda will have something to do or some impact. But I don't want to think about that right now. The main thing that I'm loving about The Mandalorian right now is that it's not directly tied into anybody that we know from the Star Wars universe. So it's not making the Star Wars universe smaller. As far as we know right now, he's not Boba Fett's brother or his second cousin. He's not tied into Luke. He's not tied into anybody. This is just a tale from a part of the Star Wars universe. And that's what I wanted this show to be. Because once you start leaning on characters, who like Luke Skywalker and things like that, characters that are that big in pop culture, you're never going to please everybody. And you're probably not going to please me. Because you definitely didn't please me with episode 8. But I'm not going to go there. But once you start going that direction, you have certain expectations. Once you start tying into these people who are like modern mythologies, like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are going to be as big as Zeus and random, the mythical beings are, maybe they're not mythical, who knows, of, the legends of the past. These are our modern day legends. Mind you, they're through movies and stuff like that, but their stories will carry on for decades and decades to come. And they've already been carrying on for a while. So you're going to have to live up to a certain expectation. Now, when you go to, there's no ties with anybody. This is just its own separate tale. Somewhere in the Star Wars universe, you erase all expectations. Yes, we will feel like the world has to be somewhat a Star Wars type environment world, We needed to feel like Star Wars, but you erase all the expectations that we would have, and that is definitely a good thing, because then it creates more room for you to be able to enjoy something without questioning little things and things like that. So that, I believe that's what the show is doing. So I do not want anything in The Mandalorian to really tie into episode 9 like that. If it does in a cool way, then I'm down for it, but I'm not really stressing over that or worried about that or really championing for that or wanting that right now. I loved seeing the Jawas. Nick Nolte's character is awesome. I have spoken. That is one of the best Star Wars creature characters that we've seen in years. I really dig him, and I just wish I could have an old school Kenner figure of him, but I can't, and it sucks. But it is what it is. So yeah, episode 2 definitely delivered. I think I might have enjoyed it even more than episode 1. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with this Baby Yoda. Will he take him on this journey across the universe? Is he going to take him back for the bounty? Who knows? The Jawa action and the Jawa fight on the Sandcrawler was really dope. Everything about the episode was just, like I said in my review for episode 1, I'm not trying to say too much. These reviews could be longer, but I feel like maybe I'm being too optimistic, which I guess it's not a bad thing, but I mean, I'm really digging the show. And I'm not saying this just because I'm on the hype train right now, but there's not really much that I could say that I don't like about the show. Some of the music in the show and some of the scores, however, it's a little different. It's not what I'm used to from Star Wars. But then I had to sit there and think about the fact there's all types of Star Wars shows coming down the pipeline and movies. There's going to be endless hours of Star Wars content. We're going to have to move away eventually from the same Star Wars music and sounds and noises that we all love and move into different stuff as well, because if we're going to have series and there's going to be so many episodes and so many hours worth of Star Wars television, you're going to have to hear some scores and some music that might not sound Star Warsy enough for you. So it's just time for you to go ahead and get over that now. So I'm going ahead and getting over that, erasing that from the stratosphere of my mind, because we're just going to have to get used to this. There's going to be some music in here and these shows that we might find questionable, but I mean, what are you going to do? You got so many hours of television. You're going to have so many songs, so many different sounds. We're just going to have to live with it. At least I hope they do, a good job of trying to keep it, trying to keep it in the same, ballpark as Star Wars. But yeah, the action in the show is great. Not as much dialogue, I don't believe, in this episode. It's episode 1, which I'm cool with that. It's definitely progressing the story. Now we just have to see what happens between him and the Baby Yoda. I hope we get to see Nick Nolte's character in future episodes or in future Star Wars lore, because I would definitely like to see more of him. But for now, I think that's about it. I would like to get into it more. I would like to talk about it. So let's talk about it down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the episode. What did you dislike about the episode? We can nitpick it for hours down in the comments below. I do comment back, and I do like being a part of the Star Wars conversation. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Look forward to my review of episode 3 coming probably next Friday or Saturday. Hit that like button. And as always, you have a good day, YouTube.